guys, today I'll be reviewing the movie Charge and Bill. So you want to get your popcorns and if you want water, you want drinks, you want to also get that. So let's just get right into the review of this. So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abdullah or Elizabeth, and if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. Thank you. Please like this video already. So let's just delve right into the review of this movie. So Charge and Bill is a 2021 Nigerian comedy drama film. It was directed by Niyi Towolawi and co-produced by Eko Edowara and Matilda Ogunleyere, and then it was written by Chinaza Onuzo. The movie is centered around Boma Osai, an Oxford lawyer who had just returned from the abroad, and then she had attended the Nigerian law school, and the next thing was for her to serve, and then her plan was to serve at her father's law firm. But to her dismay, she was posted to a charge and bail firm. If you did not know, if this is like your first time on this video, I'm a lawyer. Yes, I'm a lawyer. So if you don't believe me, I'm going to actually attach my video. I'm going to actually attach my pictures so you guys can actually believe me. So the movie stars Zainab Balogun, it stars Nze, it stars Folu, it stars Bimbo, Manuel, it stars Winnie, Jemide, it stars Eluzonam, it stars SODK, it stars Stockwell, Olowoniyon, it stars Chigirl and Chris Clown, and some other few characters that were just not very prominent. One thing that I really like about this movie is that it's a professional movie centered around the legal profession, not just because it's centered around the legal profession alone, but in Nigeria, I feel like we do not have a lot of films that places women in like a professional standing in the society, and I definitely like that. I like when movies like give women like power roles, definitely like King of Boys, and this movie also. So that's one thing that I like about this movie. I like so many other things about this movie, but I feel like as we continue in this review, you're going to be finding out, or I'm going to be telling us the things that I liked about this movie. So, which is going to like lead me to the plot development of this movie. So, the plot development of this movie, I think that it was good. It was
She
good
went and
enough.
sued
But
one of
one
my
thing
biggest
about it
clients
is that it
on
started
behalf
from
of
like
a gay man. A gay
stage
man.
on that note till like the end of the movie. Most times when movies start, it's either they start on like a low note, you understand, or they start like on a great note, and as the movie proceeds, is it that it just goes some kind of way. But this movie, like the pace was like very steady. So at some point it could like get a little bit boring. Not boring, but you just feel like you want more. Even if you're enjoying what you're watching, but at some point it will feel like, oh, I actually want more from this movie. I want like something that kind of gives you like a spark, like the boom moment from this movie. I don't think the boom moment from this movie ever really came, but you cannot still say that the movie is not a good enough movie. Lead me to the character development of this movie. I think the character development of this movie was very perfect. The characters in themselves, they had such great chemistry, very convincing roles. So there's necessarily nobody that that you see this movie and you're like, what's this person doing here? Like everything for me was all like almost everybody there was like perfect for the roles that they were casted in. So which would lead me to like talking about the characters in themselves. So like I said, it stars Zainab Balogun. Zainab Balogun played the role of Boma Osai. She was the Oxford lawyer. She had studied abroad all her life. She was even practicing law abroad already. But as it is with the Nigerian law, you cannot practice law in Nigeria without going to the Nigerian law school. So she had gone to the Nigerian law school, and then it was time for her to serve. Of course, being the daughter of like one of the Oxford lawyers in Nigeria and the daughters of the owner of one of the Oxford firms, she was expected to be posted to her father's firm. But to her dismay, she was posted to a charge and bail lawyer, and the movie was just all about like the movie was just about her trying to like find a way around it. I didn't know all of that. So let me now talk about her like the performance in itself. So if you already know Zainab Balogun, I feel like you wouldn't expect less from her. So I feel like she didn't give less Zainab Balogun, I feel like she's one of the stellar performances out there. She doesn't take on too many roles, but for every roles that I've seen her take on in the past, I feel like she always delivers. She always gives it a 100, which is like very amazing. And from the person of this character, I mean, I feel like it was just such a powerful blend from the person of the character, the kind of class that this character needed. Zainab Balogun was spot on with it, the class, and like our body structure even makes it better, makes it more convincing a role. And then there was the amazing accent, the I just got back accent that she had going on and everything. So definitely I think that her character was a killer for me. So which is going to lead me to Stan Nze. Stan Nze played the character of Dotun Adebutu. He was like the brother to the owner of the firm that she was posted in. And there was something that was so beautiful about Stan Nze's character. I felt like he kind of represented, I don't want to say not the typical lawyer, but the way lawyers like to be seen. Lawyers like to walk into the room and then that, yes, I'm a lawyer. That's I'm a very charismatic lawyer. Do you understand that? When I walk into the room, you already know that, yes, this is who you're talking to. And I absolutely loved that this character, he had such amazing charisma. And then his outfit too was always awesome. Like his suits were, they were very perfect. So yeah, I think his performance was also really great in this movie. Like maybe there were some like a little bit like some places, but there were very few that that I feel like okay, the movie in itself could have improved upon as regards Stan Nze's character, but I think his performance was still great. So which is going to lead me to Folu Storm. If you know Folu Storm, you know that okay, Folu Storm, she used to be an OAP. She is an OAP. She used to be an OAP on MTV. But I've seen her in a number of movies like The Men's Club, Red TV's The Men's Club. And then this is like my second time seeing her in a movie. And I think that she did really great. Like she did really great. And her character in itself had power. And which is something that I also want to talk about. I feel like in this movie, her character was like, it was like representing something. There's a way the parents of young girls that are growing into marriageable age, there's a way they treat them, there's a way they try to like cage them, tell them how to behave, tell them how to, how to act, so that they get a good enough man that they can settle down with. And I definitely like that our character was able to point that out. And like I said, I think our character did well. She played Zainab Balogun's best friend in this movie, and I think she did justice to the character. Which is going to lead me to Bimbo Manuel. Bimbo Manuel is a veteran actor, and I want to think that he has had such a good year. And this is why I say, so if you want to check like some of the major blockbusters that have been released in the course of 2021, Bimbo Manuel has been in a number of them. He was in Ayla, he was in King of Boys, and he's also in this movie. And one thing that is that we must give Bimbo Manuel his flowers. Like he's a very awesome actor, and I feel like there's almost no role that Bimbo Manuel cannot play. I've seen him in, like I saw him in Fourth Republic. I think that was like one of the movies where I started to like already start his image in my head. Bimbo Manuel is a stellar actor. I liked what he and Zainab Balogun had going on in this movie. The chemistry was just so perfect. Like it was hard to even tell that okay, in like these people are not actually father and daughter in real life. That was how great their chemistry was. And then the chemistry he had with his wife too, it was good. And I think his role was just so convincing, and his role also had strength. How typical Nigerian fathers are. They love you, but they love you more when you are going down the path they actually chose for you. And how at every time they don't leave you to like make your own decisions. But I feel like the narrative is changing in this country and just generally as a whole. So yeah, that's about Bimbo Manuel. And yeah, let me now talk about Winnie Jemide. Winnie Jemide played the role of Zainab Balogun's mother, and like always, like I said, she also had great chemistry with Zainab Balogun, had great chemistry with Olisa Osai. That's Bimbo Manuel. She was projected. She was one of those people that she was able to at every time give strength to her daughter when her daughter needed it. And not just about that, it was awesome to also see that her life was not just centered around her family, like her daughter and her husband. She also had a career path that she chose. I like when you make women act roles like that. It's perfect. We want to see more of that. Then let me talk about Tope Olowoniyan. Tope Olowoniyan acted the one of the bosses of Zainab Balogun in the firm that she was posted to, and I think that her role was also very convincing. It was having to believe that okay, were just acting. Like almost all the people that even played lawyers in this movie, I feel like their roles were very convincing. That's SODK, Elozonam, and all of those. And something about SODK's character for me in this movie is that when you see SODK, the character that played in this movie, if you know Nigerian male lawyers very well, I feel like you're going to be able to relate so well. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but most of the Nigerian lawyers are like that. Remember that I said I'm a lawyer. I'm going to choke you guys with it today, so I'm joking. But yeah, SODK's character was just definitely how most Nigerian lawyers are, you know. Then let me not talk too much about this. I don't give you guys too much spoilers. And if you want to see it, go and watch it in the cinemas. Then you come back and tell me if I was right. Then there was Elozonam. Elozonam, he didn't quite act so much in this movie. And then yes, then there's She Girl and there's Chris Clown. So first things first, of course, She Girl and Chris Clown. When you hear them, you already know that these guys are comedians. You guys, I actually need an AC in my room. I need an AC in my room. But yeah, so when you see Chigel and Elozonam, you know that okay, these guys, they are comedians first, and they also played lawyers in this movie. And one thing that I like that the directors and producers of this movie do is that they did not totally go down the way we would expect that they go. Most of the time when comedians are in a movie, it's that they're playing the roles of gate man, maid and all of that. But I like that they did not play that role. These ones they played lawyers, and at the end of the day, their characters still kind of had some sense. Like at the end, did they do some hilarious things, some things that you're like, okay, yes. But at the end of the day, their character had sense. But one thing that I want to say about their character is, I feel that there's some things that the characters did that I don't think would be necessarily allowed in the court of law or in the legal profession in itself. Or maybe if I'm wrong, you can excuse me because I'm just a baby lawyer. But I think there's some things because even the law in itself, there are rules of professional conduct. There's some things that you must not be found doing. There's some things that you have to do respecting the sanctimony of the courtroom, and all of this, and even the sanctimony of the legal profession in itself. So I think that there are some things that they did there that wasn't quite like. At some point I was like, we didn't allow lawyers to do this. So now let me talk about my best scenes from this movie, right? So you guys know, like, I'm sorry that I'm choking you so much with it. I said it that I'm a lawyer. And then so some reasons best known to me, like I really enjoyed the court scenes, like a whole lot. Like it was very nostalgic for me. And another thing that I think is amazing that you must give the directors, producers, writers of this movie is that it took out their time. You cannot watch these court scenes and ease. I feel like, what are these people talking about? Do you understand? When you watch it, it's almost believable that, okay, this is how court session, this is how it actually happens in courts. This is how the legal profession actually mostly happens. You understand? Because some of their judges, like in the beginning, some of their judges that me, I was just laughing. I was like, this is not, do you understand? But it was still like, later on, it was still very convincing, so amazing that there was an eureka moment for her in that movie. The costume was perfect, then videography, cinematography, beautiful, awesome, perfect. To end this review, I want to talk about something that this movie kind of points out. This movie points to us that there are three different type of Nigerian lawyers. Do you understand? There are three different type of Nigerian lawyers. There is the odd-shot Nigerian lawyer. That's the odd-shot law firms, those big top tier law firms. And then there's the mid one. They're not doing so bad. They have their reputations most of the time. They're like litigation firms, and that's like that's the Wole Adebutu firm. Did I talk about Femi Adebayo? I'm so sorry. Femi Adebayo was also in this movie. He was the one that played Wole Adebutu. He was the owner of the law firm. And in as much as Femi Adebayo's character wasn't bad, the role that he played, it wasn't bad, but it was the way that he was speaking that didn't quite go well with me. Yes, so that's it. I'm sorry. You guys, I don't like to miss anything. So yes, like I said. So then, when Femi Adebayo represented the mid law firm, and then there's the actual charge and bail lawyers, which Chigel and Chris Clown also represented. So you guys, I think I've done justice to this review. So if you enjoyed this review, again, give this review a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Then you can go through some of my other videos. I think I have great videos lined up for you. And so I'll see you guys on my next video. Thank you. Bye.